Several years ago, there was an old man who lived in a village. He was a farmer and had one son named Ajay. This old man was so poor that all of his friends and neighbors believed that he was really created in a poverty by his creator. After several years at work, this poor old man became too old and weary to work in his farm. But Ajay, his only son, took over from him. He was working hard in his old father's farm, and by that he was getting a sufficient food to feed his father and himself. Ajay worked hard as he could until he became 30 years old, but yet he and his father's poverty became worse than ever. Now, one midnight, it came to Ajay's mind to get a wife of his own, of all of his friends had. Having thought so within himself for some week, he brought his matter before his worthy father. "My father, how can I get money with which to marry a lady, as I am old enough now?" Ajay gently asked his father. In fact, according to our custom, it's a father right to pay the dowry of his first son wife. Now it is pity, as you know, that I am so poor that I have not even half penny to give to pay for the dowry of a lady. I'm very sorry indeed, Ajay. Ajay's father explained quietly with tears. Then Ajay left him in the room and went to the front of his house. He sat on the pavement and wept bitterly. After a while, it came to Ajay's mind to pawn himself for money. At the same time, he went to a wealthy pawnbroker who gave him sufficient money, with which he married a beautiful and accessible lady the following week. A few months after his marriage, his father became seriously ill so that he died within a few days, but unfortunately, Ajay had no money to perform the funeral ceremony of his dead father. Of course, as it would have been a great shame to Ajay if he had failed to perform the ceremony. He pawned himself to another pawnbroker who gave him the money to perform the ceremony. Now, Ajay had pawned himself into two pawnbrokers. He was working for the first from morning till 12 o'clock, and for the second from 1 o'clock till sunset. But as Ajay had no sufficient time anymore to work on his farm for his son and his wife living, his poverty became more serious, and everything was still growing from bad to worse every day. His wife advised him one day, "Ajay, will you go to the witch doctor and find the cases of the poverty and find out as well what can stop it?"